On TikTok, your experience is shaped by its algorithm. The app sees the content you interact with and gives you more of it. This creates a million little communities or sides of TikTok. There's straight TikTok, alt TikTok, cottagecore TikTok, transition TikTok, protest TikTok, cosplay TikTok.
What do you mean by radio and
TikTok is home to a ton of niche communities based around certain interests or activities. And in the last 6 months, I've noticed the rise of a new side of TikTok, film TikTok. Now before I go any further, let me clear something up. My TikTok is not your TikTok. Due to the nature of the app, no two For You pages are the same. The For You page is basically your feed of endless videos to watch. Also, the internet is always changing. Some of the references in this video won't make sense in a month. So, my TikTok is not your TikTok, and the version of film TikTok that I see might not be the same as what you see. Got it? When I talk about film TikTok, I'm talking about this. And this. And this.
What's your favorite scary movie?
At its core, film TikTok is based on personal involvement and interaction, usually in the form of recommendations, as well as a remix culture, which forms the basis of TikTok's mode of entertainment. In this video, I'm going to take a look at the content, form, and influences of film TikTok in order to examine why this community has blown up in the last 6 months. A film TikTok can take on many forms. One might be a recommendation video where the creator recommends a film or films to you. Why does the creator like this film, and why should you? These types of TikToks are formally simple. Hard cuts, no transitions. There's a focus on text, a movie title, synopsis, and maybe some other details too. Although it's usually just the title, keeping the focus on the film itself. Nothing flashy.
Good afternoon, good evening, and good night.
Recommendation TikToks are a great window into the world of film TikTok because they represent the personal involvement aspect of the community. Through this style, users are sharing their own unique and personal taste in movies with others. In terms of influences, this recommendation approach comes from other online film communities such as Letterboxd, YouTube, or even just Film Twitter. I mean, recommending a movie to someone is pretty much the basic level of communal film engagement. Another type of film TikTok, perhaps one with more room for creativity, is the supercut. The category of supercut is a broad one, but at its most basic level, it's a collection of shots assembled around a particular theme. This can be a certain shot type, a director's trademark technique, or an aesthetic choice. The supercut is nothing new. One could even go so far as to say that a supercut has won an Oscar.
You must remember this, a kiss is just a kiss. A sigh is just a sigh.
Supercuts are great for film TikTok because they feature a level of near obsession with the film's visuals. There's an overwhelming focus on aesthetic and emotion, two ingredients of a successful video on the platform. Supercuts on film TikTok are also extremely accessible, both for the creator, since they're easy to make, and for other users who might happen upon these TikToks in their feeds. They're easy to connect with, and for many, they represent a first step into dissecting cinema. Film TikTok is also home to edits. An edit in this context refers to a video found in a fan space which features clips cut to different songs. The TikTok edit draws from fan editing on other platforms, YouTube, Instagram, Vine, and wait, could we call Precious Images a fan edit? While other forms of film TikToks like supercuts might not be too concerned with the sound underneath the visuals, edits usually acknowledge, respond to, and incorporate the song into the video.
Freedom is just another word for nothing left to lose. Nothing, I mean nothing, honey, if it ain't free.
Sometimes, the choice of visual media can give new meaning to a sound that might have already been popular on the app.
It's still raining. Why is it still raining? I did what I was supposed to. That's not fair.
An edit might also creatively reframe a film, going even further than just vertically cropping it.
I think I've seen this film before, and I didn't like the ending. You're not my homeland anymore, so what am I defending now?
There's a lot of potential, and every day Film TikTok comes up with new ways to take pre-existing media and mold it into something entirely new and unique. So there are a few categories that we can identify within Film TikTok, but that's not really the goal. As a community, Film TikTok blurs the lines between recommendation video, supercut, edit, and even other forms, such as educational or informational videos.
The most recent new wave in this series, the Nigerian New Wave, is an ongoing movement born of a revived interest in cinema and filmmaking.
While these arbitrary divisions reflect the diversity of content on Film TikTok, so many videos posted on this section of the platform could fall into multiple categories at once. It's just not effective to pigeonhole them. In general, where did Film TikTok come from? The community has its roots in other online film communities and pre-existing filmmaking styles.
Tell you what I did like about TikTok though. On the most basic level, it's a platform for reappropriating existing media.
You a pussy ass bitch. Fuck you, your mama and your kids.
And in that sense, it's got a lot in common with video essay.
TikTok draws heavily from other platforms and types of media. In fact, most of the trends on Film TikTok actually originated elsewhere on the internet. It might be easy to discredit Film TikTok right out of the gate. I mean, some of these creators are taking these beautiful shots and cropping them to fill up your phone screen. And there's all this noise in front of it too. But I don't know. The vertical format of Film TikTok really appeals to me as someone who loves the video essay. It allows us to see a film through a TikTok user's eyes. What part of the frame are they choosing to show us, and why is it so important to them? Film TikTok is a way for Gen Z to take a closer look at film and engage with the media they consume in a new and unique way. With that out of the way, let's take a look at what allowed Film TikTok to explode. As a whole, Film TikTok is one big conversation about film, or maybe a bunch of conversations that overlap. Let's begin with the basics. The first piece of any TikTok is the sound. When you view a video, you can tap on the sound in the corner and it'll show you all the other videos that use that same sound. It can be a song or just a clip of someone talking. It's just a name for a specific audio track that you can find under 10 to 10,000 different videos. The sounds that you interact with help tell the algorithm what to show you. If you double tap a TikTok featuring Vivaldi's Summer, TikTok will probably show you another video with that same sound in an hour. TikTok thinks you'll like that one too, and if you do, soon your For You page will be full of fans of Portrait of a Lady on Fire. The relationship between TikTok's sound system and its algorithm is what helps communities form on the app. Most of the time, a certain sound will have a certain type of video attached to it, so many videos on Film TikTok feature common sounds. The algorithm rules TikTok, and the algorithm is ridiculously good at tailoring your feed to show you what you want to see. Film TikTok owes its rise in part to the algorithm. Since sounds are connected to trends, much of the content on TikTok and Film TikTok is trend content. That's how you get your content in front of more people. This system of linking sounds to trends creates an opportunity for self-awareness and criticism for Film TikTok users. My favorite example of this is the user Stephanie Meyer's Baby. It all starts with Swing Lin by Twin Cabins, a popular song used under film compilations. It was actually one of the first trending sounds on Film TikTok. When you hear those 15 or so seconds of Swing Lin, you have certain expectations for what you're about to see. Stephenie Meyer's Baby's TikToks take advantage of these expectations and associations in order to comment on film TikTok and the larger world of film. A typical video begins like a normal supercut using this song, but cuts off abruptly in order to call attention to itself. These TikToks are an active reaction to and rejection of the trend. For Stephenie Meyer's Baby, it has to do with the presence or absence of people of color in certain films. So, while film TikTok can be a site of critical engagement with film, users can also engage with the practices of the community itself, or just poke fun at it. It's also worth noting that film TikTok blew up during quarantine. I know that when I was home from college, enjoying an extended spring break that would eventually become a fully virtual semester, I started using TikTok a lot more. And no matter how hard Christopher Nolan and Josh Boone are trying, I can't exactly go to a movie theater right now, which means I'm lacking a key site for communal cinematic experiences. A lack of new movies being released also gives us an opportunity to look back on older ones. We can see movies in a new light through the eyes of someone else. On TikTok, trends come and go at breakneck speed, and film TikTok is no exception. While it enjoyed an initial boom, with some creators skyrocketing past 100,000 followers in the span of a month or two, the growth has definitely died down. With TikTok in danger of shutting down in the United States, some creators have already made their exit, posting videos on Twitter, YouTube, or Instagram instead. That's not to say that there aren't any great creators still working on film TikTok. You just might have to look a little harder to find them. It's true that a lot of the more popular film TikToks feature many of the same films. You've got your La La Land, your Midsummer, maybe throw in some Parasite for good measure. But this use, some might call it overuse, of popular films can be beneficial for the younger side of Gen Z, young people who might be entering the world of film for the first time. I remember how I began my journey into film criticism and analysis by watching YouTube video essayists like Every Frame a Painting and Captain Christian. I started with films that I knew and went from there. So, while many people were spending their early quarantines making banana bread or whipped coffee, many others could very well have been critically engaging with film for the first time in their lives. Examining film TikTok is extremely valuable. Through its content and form, film TikTok builds upon previous styles of online video making, taking advantage of TikTok's own pre-existing infrastructure to create an updated method of creatively dissecting cinema. Anyone who wants to discuss online film culture and criticism needs to be paying attention to film TikTok. I hope you enjoyed this video. I know it was from more of a personal perspective than my previous video essays. It's kinda hard to avoid that when discussing a platform that tailors your feed so perfectly to you. If you're a Zoomer like me and you're a filmmaker or film lover, consider checking out my Discord server, Young Filmmakers Online. We're a casual community of people under 25 who like to watch movies together, trade tips, and even collaborate on filmmaking projects. The link is in the description. If you want to listen to me ramble some more, subscribe to my channel and check out my other videos. My Twitter and Letterboxd are in the description as well. My name is Kaylin, also known as Kiki Crazed, and thank you for watching.